Hello everybody, this is Sherlock Van Helsing from Enjoy the Gaming, and welcome to my top 10 favorite open world games. Now, what's an open world game? An open world game is a game in which you have a gigantic world, there are different things you can do in it, and you can explore it freely at one point or another in a game. And it has to be an actual open world game, it can't be just a game with a big area, like something like The Legend of Zelda. That's an hub world or just a big ass map, but it's not an actual open world game. It's a bit weird, it's a bit strange, maybe you think of The Legend of Zelda games like open world games. I don't, many other people don't, so here are my top 10 favorite open world games. And number 10 is Saints Row 4. I could have gone with either this one or Saints Row 2, but I just love being able to use superpowers. It reminded me a lot of Prototype 2, which is another great open world game. It's a ton of fun to play it with a friend. You can go around the entire city, fly through it, kick enemies in the balls, do a lot of various activities, but it is a little repetitive on the combat side, but it's just a wacky game. It's a ton of fun to play. It's lower on this list because there aren't many side activities. Yes, sure, there are some, but it can be really boring in a long run. So, number 10 spot. At number 9 is Sleeping Dogs. It's a really interesting game because it was supposed to be a true crime game, but it's actually become its own IP. And it's a fantastic game. It takes the combat of the Arkham games, it takes the driving from a GTA, you can shoot from your cars really freely. It's similar to a lot of Hong Kong action movies, and it's a ton of fun to play. The side activities include singing karaoke, taking part in cockfights. The city at night is beautiful to go through. And there are just plenty of things to do, plenty of gang nests to discover, to kill various gang leaders, find some hidden objects. It's one of the best games in recent memory by Square Enix. At number 8 is everyone's favorite Elder Scrolls game, Skyrim. It's a big ass open world, and I couldn't avoid not putting this game into the list, otherwise everyone would hate me. There are many places to discover, it's really huge, you can go through it on horseback, you can fast travel, you can build your own house, you can make your own family. There are multiple side quests, there are big ass cities, hidden quests, just one of the better RPGs we've had in recent memory. Number 7 is a bit of a cheat. The Far Cry games, especially 3 and 4, even though I love Far Cry 2, 3 and 4 have the best open world experience, and they're basically the exact same game. You either have to choose if you prefer the mountains or the tropical island. Either way, you have to take down in a stealthy way or in an action-packed way enemy strongholds, you have to find secrets, you have to hunt animals, and you basically go on vacation for 20 plus hours. At number 6 is kind of a controversial entry. I didn't know where to put it actually on the list because it's one of my favorite games of all time, but it's the Saboteur. A game not very known by most of you. I think it's currently available on Origin if you want to buy it. It's a phenomenal game. Think Assassin's Creed meets a third-person shooter. Boom, you have the Saboteur. It's a gigantic map. It's basically in the entire city of Paris, plus the countryside. You can destroy enemy strongholds, you can kill Nazis, find generals, find hidden weapons chests, take part in revolutionary missions, you can blow up tanks. You basically are a saboteur, an Irish saboteur, and you create a lot of chaos. Which brings me to the number 5 game on the list, Just Cause 2. It's just a bigger world and it has more variety than the Saboteur. They're basically the exact same game, only that this time you have a grappling hook. You can go wherever you want on the map. I think it's still the biggest map in an open world game. It's amazing how many things you can do. Each time I start playing the game, I'm like, oh crap, I didn't even 100% complete it. What did I miss? Oh crap, there's this hidden place that I didn't find the other time. You go there, there is an enemy stronghold, there's a commander, there's a colonel, you have to kill him, then you jump off, you go to a plane, you crash the plane into an helicopter, the helicopter blows up and destroys a bunch of tanks under. It's a chaotic game, but it's beautiful chaos, and I can't wait for Chapter 3, which will probably take this spot. At number 4, we have Assassin's Creed 4 Black Flag. Now, I didn't know which game to put in here of the Assassin's Creed franchise. The first one isn't as big, the second one is a bit outdated if you actually look back at it. Brotherhood is just the city of Rome. I mean, who cares about Revelation, whatever it's called. I actually thought of putting Assassin's Creed 3 because I really like the American frontier, DC and New York, but nothing beats piracy. It was a blast going with your ship through the 7 seas, exploring every little island, taking part in big battles, tackling some assassination missions, finding some secrets, going around with your treasure map. It's still my favorite Assassin's Creed game, and I think it will be for a long time. It's a great game and I think everyone should play it. At number 3, we have The Witcher 3. A recent game that I love it, you all know that I love it. It's just fantastic, and the open world is huge. You have tons of activities to do. When you find some clues, you get a question mark on your map, you open your map, you have over 100 question marks, and each question mark is some side activity, a monster nest to destroy, a horse race, a fist fight, a bandit camp, an abandoned site, some mines, a hidden treasure, a guarded treasure. It's just so much, so many things to do. Over 100-200 hours of gameplay. It's worth buying, it's worth spending basically this entire summer playing it. At number 2, this is another maybe controversial, maybe not place, maybe you expected it at number 1. But at number 2 we have Grand Theft Auto 5. Not San Andreas because, let's be honest, we're talking about the actual open world. It's a better open world in my opinion, especially because it's a nicer looking game. There is more variety in the pedestrians, there is a bigger draw distance. Yes, there isn't a desert like in San Andreas, but it's just as great a game, if not even better, also thanks to some of the side activities. You can play tennis, you can play golf, you can take part in some races, you can go to the flying school, you can go to the shooting range. It's a really great game and one of Rockstar's finest work, even though there is still number 1. And the number 1 spot goes to Red Dead Redemption, baby. Still, you know how much I love this game and I could not put it at number 1. It's a perfect open world experience. You can go around the entire Wild West, go with your horse, you can find animals to kill, you can go play poker, you can go play the knife game, you can take part in fist fights, you can take part in bounty hunting, you can take part in horse races, you can just find hidden treasures. It's a phenomenal open world game, in my opinion Rockstar's masterpiece. It's magnum opus. And it's still, in my opinion, the best open world game we have ever had. Now guys, tell me in the comments below what you thought of this list. And this year, apparently, there have been a shit ton of other open world games that have been announced. We have Fallout 4, Mad Max, Metal Gear Solid 5, Batman Arkham Knight coming out. They might actually take some spots on this list. So tell me guys in the comments below if you want to see me. I might actually do it in 1 year, maybe 2 years, do this list again and see what happened. Are they actually worthy of entering this list? I think Metal Gear Solid 5, I think it's gonna be like the Far Cry games, or Batman Arkham Knight. I really don't know. I don't know, that's a weird game. But still guys, tell me what you think of this list in the comments below and see you in the next video.